What's up, mortals? It's Date from the anime Underworld, and today we are going over chapter 224 of Four Knights of the Apocalypse, Twilight for Heroes. We got a 2-page color spread for the cover page of this week's chapter, with the legendary 7 deadly sins rushing off to a new battle, and all their old allies and mostly enemies in the background. I'm seeing the remnants of Weird Fang, Archangels, Demon Dreyfus, the 10 Commandments, the Demon King, Chandler Cusack, and so many familiar faces. This just goes to show you how many enemies the 7 deadly sins have faced in the past, as they now battle Cath and his 4 evils. But how's the fight gonna go down? Well, let's get into it. We begin chapter 224 with the fall of a chaotic 4 evils after Bond's malicious attack. All of them are falling to the ground with no heads, and this makes Cath just furious, knowing that he put all of his trust into those 4 losers. But Meliodas, or one of his clones, seems to notice this, asking, hey, looking painful over there, huh? All the while, Cath explains, having my other halves get beaten like this so many times is taking a toll. Yes. Wait a minute. Dude, again, other halves? There's 4 of them. These are your quarters. Your other quarters. Okay? Okay. Hang on. If you do the math, I think technically it's your 8ths. I guess? I don't know. But Cath has no patience for my math skills as he just growls at Meliodas angrily and attacks again. This time with his entire arm shifting to another form, one with spikes. The Meliodas clones are quick to act on their feet, jumping around like Mario. Even Cath is angry, yelling at him, jumping little freak. His arm shifts again, this time into weird tube things, blasting a spell called Deadly Balls of Poison. But launching a magical attack on Meliodas, even if it's just his clones, is not a good idea. All 4 of the clones return the attack back to center with full counter, all the while the original Meliodas is still holding up that building. Dude, come on. It should not be that hard to push a building. The usurper of chaos was able to block that attack with a new weird arm saying, "How long will you insist on meddling with me?" And he gets his answer pretty fast. The clones relentlessly attack Cath with everything that they got, slashing at him from every angle. They're really giving him the Julius Caesar treatment with this one. The fake king of Camelot lays defeated, surrounded by Meliodas, and he is just angry. He yells, how long must you fossils insist on acting like heroes to the world? At least Meliodas answers pretty honestly when he tells him, hey, don't ask me. I never had the slightest intention of that. I guess he didn't want to see himself as the hero, but I bet he didn't see this next one coming. Cath's new arm is now just, what the heck? What? Did Cath read Parasite? Like, look at this thing. This is clearly Parasite. This spell is called Usurping Paradise. All the while, Cath is saying, then, can I ask you to just step aside already? While Arthur's creepy limbs are just holding the clones back and creepily staring at him, he smirks and laughs. Oh, I know Meliodas. Cath looks up to the real Meliodas while his clones are entangled, figuring out the true strength of his sacred treasure. Lost vein, your sacred treasure, grants you the power of cloning. Yeah, you just figured that out? Your strength gets split up between those clones you create, doesn't it? The clones struggle amongst his parasite knockoff spell. That's your greatest asset, and your greatest shortfall as well. Now that your power is divided, none of you have the strength to break out. Cath thinks that he's won. He smiles like the villain he is, all the while preparing to stab Meliodas in the back with a freaky tentacle with a face and just a whole bunch of sharp teeth. Allow me to slice you and all of your clones up. Is this the end for Meliodas? No, of course not. The Demon Mark finally decides to make an appearance on the clone, shattering the restraints like ice. And Cath looks like he just shit his pants. All of the clones use their demonic mark, escaping the restraints, and the real Meliodas uses his mark as well to finally push the building back into place. It took you this long to use your demon mark, man. You just now decided to use it. Cath is freaking out when Meliodas jumps from the building and lands amongst his clones, all shining their dark mark. When Meliodas grabs the Usurper of Chaos by his jacket and begins to make a deadly threat to his enemy. Yeah, you're right. The 7 deadly sins are retired, but that's exactly why we'll crush you with a power greater than our glory days. Call it our offering to the future of Britannia. Cath thinks he can escape from this one, telling Meliodas, in that case, allow me to make an offering of my own. A bright light shines upon all of the clones, but the question is, what is it?
It's a bird!
It's a plane!
Nope, it's none of those. It's this thing called Halo of Closure, and by God above, this thing is entirely freaky. If the Goddess Clan were to look like Bible-accurate angels, I think this is the closest it would resemble to one. I mean, look at this thing. The mouths, the eyes, the limbs, the Goddess Clan wings, and that beautiful face. If anything was to look like a Bible-accurate angel, it's this, as it launches a spinning blade of light at Meliodas and his clones, hoping to take them all in one fell swoop. But I guess Cath learned nothing from the previous attacks, as the clones just returned the attack back to sender with full counter, slicing the abomination of God in half. Cath, why did you think that launching a second magical attack at Meliodas was gonna work?
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
As the halo begins to fall from the sky, bleeding to death, a bunch of weird, freakish little skeleton monsters sprout out from the dark blood of the halo. Propagation of spite. Cath escapes Meliodas' grip, telling him, I can play your number strategy too, with all of the clones outnumbered by these freakish abominations. Meliodas has a new fight on his hands, or at least he would have. Both members of the party watch in total surprise as all the little creatures are destroyed, wiped away because of brandishing kill. Meliodas laughs while Cath backs into the one who destroyed all of his little minions. It was of course the fox sin of greed, Bon himself, who looks down at the little king of chaos, teasing him. Woohoo! Most of the citizens are out of harm's way now, and I let King and the rest handle the 4 evils for me. Of course it was Bon who handled all those little creatures. Remember that time he took out like 1,000 baby Endura? After Purgatory, those little creatures were nothing. Their enemy yells, bow before the glory of your rightful king, with blades, spears, and axes of light erupting from the ground, a testament to his so-called holy might. Every knight and civilian left in Leonis sees the magical spell, knowing that the King of Chaos is near the castle, but they're all too injured to even fight. And Cath thinks that he might have won this round, but wah wah, nope. Meliodas just slices through the blades of light like nothing, even slicing through Cath's own sword. When Meliodas has his demon mark, you know things are serious. As if things couldn't get more humiliating for Cath, Bon just steps down on him. His foot is holding the cat down like it's nothing and teases, how about you bow down, huh? Aw man, I can't believe we as fans were so scared of this villain. This is just sad. Still pinned to the ground, Cath is just angry, gritting his teeth, cursing, damn it, damn it. If I could just gain full grasp of Arthur's force, then I'd brandish complete control over the power of chaos. Cath's ramblings and yellings actually makes Meliodas tilt his head as he finally puts it all together. Meliodas squats down and asks, wait, is that you, Cath? Oh, you just now noticed, didn't you, you pawn-headed fool? It took you this long to finally figure that out? We as fans knew that this was Cath, way before you found out. But we end chapter 224 with Meliodas actually being surprised to see Cath again? Even Cath is very like, what the heck are you talking about? And that's how we end chapter 224? Not exactly how I imagined Meliodas was going to react to the fact that who he was facing was not Arthur, but Cath Palu. I was expecting one of these two reactions.
Oh man! Oh God! Oh man!
That being said, many people in the fandom online aren't exactly liking that Meliodas and Bond are defeating Cath so easily. They probably didn't even need the Four Knights of the Apocalypse to begin with. They probably don't even need Merlin. Oh, you poor deluded fools. Have you never read anything in Shonen manga? The Sins might be winning the battle, but the war is far from over. We might be enjoying the victories of our heroes for now, but their defeat is on the horizon. What did you think of chapter 224? Let me know in the comments. If you love 7 Deadly Sins and Four Knights of the Apocalypse material, subscribe, hit that like button, hype up this video as best as you can, and we'll be out with more fun content very soon. This has been Dante from the Anime Underworld, and I'll see you mortals later.